Hey, what's going on, Flippers? This is John at Flip Your Dollar, and today I got a story about how I made a big mistake, but my mistake made me some money. Check it out.
Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash.
Alright, so this is a funny story, guys. I went to, wasn't really feeling into yard selling today or anything. And so I checked my yard sale treasure map just to see what was going on. And, 3 miles away it says huge community yard sale. So I'm like, all right, 3 miles away, it says huge. I got to go check this out. So hop in my car, shoot down there. On the way there, I see a yard sale, pull over, and they didn't really have anything. So I go and I hit this community yard sale. And there's a lot of houses, maybe about 10, 12 houses. And I go up one after the other, and it's just bad. Like, they have like 5 things out in their yard, not a whole lot to sell, or they're, want way too much for something that, you could probably buy brand new for cheaper. And then probably around my last one, it looked pretty bad too as well. But I never judge a book by its cover, and I recommend doing the same thing. Same thing, the guy had about 10 things on the right side and 5 boxes on the left side. So I get out of my car, I start looking around, nothing I want, nothing I want, nothing I want. I look in the boxes, nothing I want, nothing I want. In the very last box, I look down, and I see Nintendo DS. Let me see if I can, there we go. Nintendo DS video games. So all these are sitting in a box, and so I'm like, all right, how much you want for those? And he was like, $10. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll take them. So I said, hey, do you want the box? He's like, no, I'll take the box, everything. So I throw it in my car, and this is where my mistake came in. I throw them in my car, I head home. So I get home, get something to eat, go back outside, and start ready to price these things to where I can figure out how much I'm going to sell them for. And I pick them up, and the first one, there's no video game inside. Second one, no video game inside. Third one, well, I'm sure you get the story by now. No video games in these things, just boxes. I'm like, what the heck? So I hop in my car. I'm like, okay, now I got to try to remember where this place is at or whatever. So I shoot down there, and I find the guy, and I hop out, and I'm like, hey, where's the games? He's like, what do you mean? And I pull out the box, and I'm like, there's no games in any of these things. And he looks it over at his kids, and the kids were like, oh, maybe we forgot to bring them out or whatever. And he's all like, well, go grab them. So the kids come out, and they got these 3 things in their hands, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, those may be game cases or something like that, because I don't know nothing about the video games. And so they start opening them up, and I'm sorry, let me back up. Before the kids come out, he's like, yeah, we don't have any Nintendo DSs anymore, so we're just selling off the games and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So the kids come out with those cases, and they open them up, and they start pulling the games out, and what's inside are the DSs, and the dad's like, hey, I thought we said we were getting rid of those because I just bought you phones and you can play games on your phones and stuff like that. And one of the kids are like, well, Dad, can I have one? And he's like, no, that was the deal, I bought you phones and stuff like that, let's sell them. So he puts them off to the ground, starts pulling out the games and stuff like that, and I'm like, do they work? And he's like, yeah, they all work. And I'm like, okay, well, how much do you want? And he looks over at me, he goes, well, I'm kind of embarrassed, and you had to make trouble back and stuff like that. $5. I'm like, $5 each? He's like, no, $5 takes all of it. Okay, I'll make the deal. So I open them up, and lo and behold, I fire these things up. I got a Nintendo DS here. Open the second one, looking it up here. I got another Nintendo DS here. Open the third one, and we have a DS3. So my mistake, which you guys make sure you don't do, when you're there, open the box, make sure video games in there and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know why I didn't look that, but at the same time, if I would have looked, I would have just got away with the games, and I would have never got the Nintendo DSs. But it was a bad mistake gone wrong, but at the same time, it really paid off. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to make some pretty good money on that deal for sure. And then on the way back, I found there was 2 more yard sales that popped up in between those 3 miles, amazingly enough, because there's never yard sales around my house. So I pull over to one and I score a bunch of great stuff. I pull over another one, score a bunch of other great stuff. So I do have a haul video that I'll be putting out here in a couple hours. Hopefully you guys can check it out. I'm going to play a new game with it, and it's going to be guess what it's worth. So I'm going to hold up the items and stuff like that, and without researching it, I want you guys to guess how much that thing's worth. I think it'd be a good fun way to figure out, if you can eyeball something and see how much it's worth without researching it, even though I strongly recommend to research everything you always buy. That's a big one, because there's always times where I take a guess on something and I'm way wrong. But today was great. I'm very happy with my finds. The DS3 looks like my boy's going to be getting that one for Christmas along with all the games, and I'll be selling off the other Nintendo DS's. But I'll still definitely make money on it. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you're new here, you like the content, hit the subscribe and the button, bell. Yeah, hit the bell. So that way you can watch further content. And if you already a subscriber, please hit that like button. Drop a comment in what you think happened today, how you feel, and what finds that you've had that was like amazing for you too. I'd love to hear the stories. Thanks for watching, guys.